All right, welcome back to yet another video with multiplication and division. And again, let's just get started right away. In this lesson, we're going to add on to some different ways to figure out multiplication questions if you're struggling with them. Last lesson we looked at skip counting, and this lesson we're going to expand some different strategies. This first one you're going to try here is similar to skip counting but slightly different. And so we're going to just add groups to facts that we know. So we can use facts with 2, let's say we're multiplying by 2, to multiply by 3. Well, first we're going to multiply by 2 because we know the 2's, but we don't know the 3's maybe as well. We're going to add another group. So for example, we're trying to find 3 times 7. Well, most people seem to know their 2 times tables. And so 2 times 7 is 14. Well, if we do another group, 1 times 7, we get 7. So these two here are equaling that 3. We're just splitting it up into facts that we do know, and we get 14 and 7. If we add the 14 and the 7, we get 21. So therefore, 3 times 7 is 21. We can also use facts with 5, and this is just an example. We could use facts with 5. 5 times table we seem to know very well as well, and we can multiply by 6 then. We can use the information we know by the 5 times table to multiply by 6. So we're trying to find 6 times 7, and we know our 5 times 7 very well. Well, I'm just going to add a group of 7, 1 times 7. So we're going to add that 35 plus 7, which is over here. 35 plus 7 is 42. So it's just a quicker way to find 6 times 7. This time we're going to use facts, the facts we know, the 5 and the 2, to multiply by 7. So we're going to break the 7 times 8 into a 5 and a 2. So we know 5 times 8, let's say. 5 times 8 is 40, and we know 2 times 8 is 16. Well, there's our 5 plus 2, and that equals that 7. Therefore, we get 40 and plus a 16, which equals 56. So 7 times 8 equals 56. And we seem to know the 10 times table fairly well because usually you just add a 0 to the number. But let's say we don't know our 9 times table very well. Well, to find 9 times 4, what if we thought about 10 times 4? And 10 times 4 is all of this, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 by 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say we know that's 40 very well, but we're trying to find 9 times 4, which is this section. So all we're doing is we know that we're going to do the 40 minus the 1.4, 1 times 4 that's left. So we're getting 40 minus 4 is 36. So we're using the information from the 10 times 4 and applying it to 9 times 4, and that gets us the answer 36. Another strategy is we can use a half, then double to multiply by an even factor. It only works with even factors. So here's another way to find 6 times 7. Choose the even factor 6. And 7, we can't choose 7 because 7 is an odd number. So let's say we choose the 6, and we're going to cut it in half. Half of 6 is 3. Let's pretend I know 3 times 7. I can double it to find out what 6 times 7 is, because 3 plus 3 is 6. So 21 plus 21 is 42. So another way to find 6 times 7 is by cutting the 6 in half and then doubling the answer. I'm going to get you to try some of these. What are some facts that help you find these products? 9 times 9, 3 times 7, 6 times 6, and 7 times 9. Pause it and resume when you're ready. So let's say I know my 5 times 9 is 45. I know my 2 times 9 is 18. And I know another 2 times 9 is 18. I could add all those up and I can get 81. So that could be a strategy because 5 plus 2 is 7 plus 2. That gives us that 9 there. 3 times 7. Well, we did this before. 2 times 7 is 14. 1 times 7 is 7. If I add those up together, I learned that 3 times 7 is 21. We could try the halving strategy here. So maybe we're going to cut this 6 here in half to get 3. So let's say I know my 3 times 6 is 18. Or remember, we double this 18. So 18 plus 18 is 36. And then lastly, 7 times 9. Well, we did this before. Maybe I did the 5 times 9 is 45, and I'm left with a 2 times 9 is 18. I learned that that answer is 63 after I add that all up together. So there's a few different options. Again, we're just taking some facts that we know, and we're breaking up the facts that we don't know into parts that we do know, and then we're just adding the answers together. All right, that's it. Well, please remember, in life, math happens. Take care, guys.